Welcome everybody to a really fun Shaban Ho today.
It's always fun. Welcome to C-Milk ASMR.
Ah, stop that, please. Maybe there's something I could play here, like a... Oh, but I'm applause.
Oh, so you want more?
No, actually, no, stop.
I do want to shout out Success, who said, I like that old time Shaban Ho. It really soothes the soul.
Isn't that your favorite scene from like...
yes, I had a, for you...
Tom Cruise or whatever?
Tom Cruise. I had a, this is a little fact.
What is it? Okay, yeah.
A little trivia. Next time you go to trivia night at the bar, you can be like, did you know C-Milk?
For a very long time.
For a very long time, for many years, actually, I had a recurring nightmare. I've had a few recurring nightmares in my lifetime. One of them is elaborate, and I'd love to tell people someday. It's absolutely insane. But one of them is the scene from, what is that movie called?
Risky Business.
Risky Business. I almost said Dirty Dancing. Risky Business, where Tom Cruise comes out and slides. When he's like messing around
he's in his underwear or whatever.
Yeah, and his socks.
And a pink shirt.
He like slides out. Yeah. And he's dancing to I Like That Old Timer. And I hated that scene for some reason because I don't like that song.
Yeah.
And so that would replay like over and over in my dreams, and I would just get so mad.
Yeah. But then we actually watched the movie and it wasn't too bad.
And when I watched the movie, I liked it for the first time. And it got rid of the recurring nightmare.
It's one of those movies that I always avoided my whole life because it just seemed like I wouldn't like it. But when we sat down and watched it, it was actually
It was fine.
Cool.
It was absolutely fine.
Yeah, I like that they used that Tangerine Dream song in it.
That was cool. Like early
Love on a Real Train.
techno or whatever.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's mad old, right?
Yeah, it's very old.
But it feels like high tech. It feels like it could be from like the 90s or something. You know? But it's like 82 or something.
Yeah.
Like that.
So anyway, guys, today we're talking about these absolutely ridiculous things. Now, don't let the thumbnail fool you. We're going to be showing you some off-the-wall stuff, these ridiculous things that people with a lot of money in China, but they don't deserve it, basically. I don't know how to put it in another way.
I mean, it's more like people that didn't understand that they were going to come into a ton of money, but suddenly did.
I mean, every country has a word for this, nouveau riche or whatever. Yeah. You know, basically, if you've got someone who's like just a country bumpkin or something, you know, like the Beverly Hillbillies or whatever.
Yes,
you know, it's like somebody who's like a redneck or something. Suddenly, they just come into a lot of money. They get a big inheritance lottery, something. So now they don't really have any class. They don't have any taste, but now they got money. So what do? They buy tasteless, classless things.
Yeah, I would rephrase it as not like that they don't deserve it. I think everyone deserves the same chance, but it's like they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like someone taking an F1 car and trying to use it on the farm as like a tractor. You know what I'm saying? It's just something they're not used to.
We could have really used a tractor soundbite.
We could have used a tractor soundbite. Anyway, so that's what we're talking about today. We also have some other news for you guys before we get stuck in, because I'll show you what's in the background here. You're going to see. We've decided to get back to Yum Cha. We decided we're going to
go back to our roots.
Yeah, we're going to retire after party. We gave it a good shot. We enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. But we're going back to the old Yum Cha format. Just works better, you know. Sometimes you got to give something a shot and see if it works. And yeah,
I want to say that you guys are our most important audience.
Yes.
So this VIP show is what we want to put 100% of our effort into.
And I mean, we came to this decision partly because we were talking to some of you guys on the side, just asking your opinions about it and so on. And we decided that Shaban Ho is going to be the only like extra show.
For now, at least. Yeah.
Yes. So thank you guys, by the way, for being here. You are our most important audience, and we're going to get stuck in with this ridiculousness. This is entertainment.
Do you imagine you have to tell them?
Well,
You get ready to be entertained.
let's see. Are you not entertained? Let's find out. This is entertainment.
想你，因为明天我将成为别人信仰，到永远一辈子都爱你。我的思念是不可触摸。
One thing I'd like to point out here, okay? Yeah, I'm just going to go back to the beginning for one specific reason. She seems to really enjoy putting beer on her head.
Oh, is she hitting her head with that?
No, take a look. Watch.
Oh yeah, she's spraying her hair.
我将成为别人信仰。
I've seen these in these like countryside videos where they do that with the beer, but it's like long. It's like a dude with long hair.
Yeah.
And he's whipping it. I whip my hair back and forth, you know?
Yeah, I can see this as being like a new agey shampoo where they're like using whatever brewer's yeast.
Yeah,
You know,
I
something.
don't think
No, of
so.
course not. But I'm just
Yeah.
saying, you know, like maybe you could try and excuse it away, like beer shampoo. But obviously, it's just for effect.
There's a few things we wanted to examine here.
Yes.
First of all, this is entertainment for people in the countryside, whether they're rich or poor.
Yeah. This is the kind of thing you will find. We've seen this with our own eyes.
Yes, you'll get somebody with a $20 PA system.
Yes.
You'll get a singer, and they will always sing over the same music you hear outside of a cell phone shop, which is ear-piercing techno.
Yes.
Chinese techno. It always sounds exactly the same.
Every time.
And they'll sing some Chinese love song over the techno
Yep.
to the audience who literally never moves or bats an eyelid.
Yes, that's one thing I really wanted to point out is
Yes.
look at the audience. How entertained are they? Never mind the fact that I can't really figure out what she's standing next to. Rotting straw, maybe? Detritus?
just-
What is that? A
it's just
couple of
trash.
decomposing animals? I don't really
There's-
know what it is.
You know what's funny is it took us a while to even notice that because we're so used to the
it.
scene.
There's a couple of like open snack packets, you know, like discarded snack packets. But I mean, this is the stage that she's on. There's lights, right?
There are
they
lights. They
Set
set
up
up
lights. So could they not have swept some of that garbage off of
The
there?
priority is the lights and the
Yes.
beer. So this beer thing actually came about later after we left. This beer trend, the spraying.
Oh, I saw this.
No.
Yeah.
But it became it became like a ubiquitous part of every performance.
Yeah, then the
after
whole
we
like
left.
glug, you
Yes, that
know. I
became
used
a
to-
thing that you just see all the
I
time.
used to see like they'd smash beer bottles
of
on their
course.
heads and all that. It's always been beer's always been involved
for sure.
somehow.
But this spraying
Mm-hmm.
and then whipping the hair, that's became part of every performance. And
Pretty
I think it was
much.
probably some Douyin video that took off.
yeah.
But
Anyway.
I would like to examine some of the reactions. Like why we're showing you this is
Mm.
that this is what people. The reason that people in the countryside that come into money randomly have a hard time understanding what to buy is because this is what people do for
this
fun.
is their like
what's
top tier
available.
entertainment. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see the audience.
永远一辈子都爱你。我的思念是不可触摸的网，我的思念不再是具体的海，为是多么粗残，那些飘零的日子，深深的把你想起，我的心事流血情。
So yeah, I did isolate a couple of audience members here so people can see.
Why is that?
Well, take a look at them, okay? What are you doing over there?
I'm just checking.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just updating the Patreon because I posted so many audio things. It actually bumped this out of the thing, so you can't see it on your feed.
Oh, okay.
So we're just gonna fix this real quick.
Fixing that. While you fix that, everybody take a look at these.
Good thing we're just in the intro.
Yeah, take a look at these wonderful people over here. You've got this old guy sitting on his scooter. Well, I should say he's not old at all. He's probably in his 40s. Okay,
Right.
and then you've got the little kid, I guess, sitting there. Both of them look supremely entertained.
想你，因为明天我将成为别人信仰。
I don't know. If I was this particular performer, I'd probably feel pretty unhappy that the audience was giving me such a bad reaction. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of how it goes. It's very, very bizarre. You'll very often, when you see a performance in the rural countryside, see the people just sitting around with no expression on their face, watching as if they can't even see what's going on.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I'm just, I want to update everyone, and
Yeah.
I want to update a possible person. Thank you for pointing that out. Apparently, on some devices, some people are watching on PlayStation and all their different devices, and even if you're signed in, it'll only come up with the first few posts on your feed.
Okay.
So because the audio, so what happened was, just so you guys know, I don't want to do this, like explain how this works, but Patreon had a glitch where it wasn't allowing audio episodes.
Yeah.
So we did a bulk upload today to catch everyone up, and that's why it pushed this one down. So thank you for pointing that out. It's now at the front of the page.
Okay, so let's continue. All right. So, moving on from these very bored people in this rather bizarre, performance, we've got an update for you.
Oh, this is big news.
Raj Kumar has a new English song.
Ooh.
And since we've all explored Raj Kumar before on this particular show in Shaban Ho, we thought we'd bring you his latest hit so we could all look at it together.
We've explored his musiok.
Yeah.
Yes.
We haven't
I haven't
explored
explored
him.
him.
No, his
personally.
music.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go.
Shout out to our Eastern Indian friends.
Yes. It's a bit low.
Come.
Let's see. Oh, there you go.
No. Today I have no time.
Why?
One girl is waiting for me. I must need go.
What? Who is that girl?
I noticed a lot of the themes of his songs are based on like jealousy. It's like one
Yes.
girl's like mad jealous because he's gonna go meet some girl.
Yeah, also drivers and doctors and things like
Yes.
that too.
A lot of driving.
Always driving. Love.
Can we pause it on that hat real quick?
Yeah, actually, wait. I want to see the brim.
Yeah. It's upside down.
It says "read" on it.
But why is the brim upside down?
Yeah, the brim is like inverted,
yeah, it's like
and it also
inside
says
out.
"read" on the brim too.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, one girl is sitting under a tree. Oh, one girl is sitting under a tree. She is waiting only for me.
Thank you for getting rid of
One
the
girl-
hat.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, thank you for ridding the earth of that disgusting hat. There are certain hats that should not exist. That's one of them.
And with no hate to Mr. Rajkumar, we love you.
Remember that one
not that hat.
one like Trans Am hat that I had that
Yes.
looked so
See,
bad?
that was so
It's
bad.
like the worst thing ever.
That was the worst hat I've ever seen, actually.
Yeah, and I mean, it's like, okay, first of all, I would never buy myself a
Sure.
Trans Am hat. You know, it's got that like screaming chicken on
It was
it.
very progressive of you to wear that.
Yeah, whatever. I think
Just switch the words around.
Yeah, I think my parents bought it for me or something because they knew I liked the car. But it's like, if someone has like a Toyota, don't buy them a Toyota hat or
Let
like
them
a
do it
Porsche hat.
themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it's a bit weird, right? But they bought this hat, but it was like the worst looking, weirdest fitting hat. Made you look like a redneck trucker or something.
Worse than that.
It's just
somehow.
so bad. Yeah, I don't even know how to explain it.
It was like acid washed black
Yeah.
denim.
Yeah, I mean, if I managed to find it, I'm sure we threw it away. But
Yeah.
if it ever turns up, I'll show you guys.
Yeah.
But you know, it wasn't as bad as this hat, though.
Yes.
This is a bad hat. Okay, let's carry on with the song.
Sleeping under a tree. She is waiting only for me. She is so good, so lovely. She loves me very deeply.
Why do they always hit each other's heads? You notice that?
It must be a cultural thing.
Must be, yeah.
You know, I noticed that it really took me back when I went to India. The way people say yes, acknowledge yes, they do that. But it's like it's hard to do. It's like a side.
Yeah, it's like a real wobble.
It's like that. So I was like, and it looks like they're saying no.
Yeah.
So like the
Is
first,
this is this no?
I don't know, but this is
This
yes.
is yes, I know that. I see that in movies.
It's really weird because like I was ordering something at a restaurant or something, and I'm like, do you have this? And they were like, I was like, they thought they were saying no. And I was
started
like, okay,
doing-
well then I'll have something else.
When I watch a lot of Indian movies,
Yeah.
and when I watch them too much, I start doing this like with
you
the
do?
movie, and I also do that with Korean shows.
What do they do in Korea?
They always bow. So I
right.
always like kind of do like a little bow, and everyone's bowing.
that's very
'Cause
interesting.
They bow all the time.
Very impressionable individual.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like a weird like I want to be part of it, you know.
Yeah. Okay. So if everyone's like doing a Sikh Heil or something, are you going to do that too?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, it's like okay, just
Both
checking.
of those things that I imitated are perfectly acceptable. You know.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I stretched
They
it too
require
far.
very-
that was
very
a bit of a
little-
far stretch. Also,
Yes,
I
little
really
stretch
stretched
Armstrong
that one a
over
bit too
there.
far.
Holy
I'm sure you wouldn't do that.
crap.
Okay, just
Whoa.
checking. You know, because I wanted to be different from. You know, everyone says like, oh well, if someone jumps off a cliff, will you jump off a cliff too?
Yeah.
You hear that a lot,
You do.
right?
You do. And
As
of
a-
course not.
No,
No.
I don't think you would, unless they
wouldn't,
did it in K dramas.
No. No.
Okay, let's
I'm very
go.
picky about my K dramas.
Yeah. Okay, that's good to hear.
elegant and smart. She is living in my heart.
Let's fast forward a
One
bit.
girl is sitting like
It does go on a bit, doesn't it? They do waddle around the field.
I
for a
like how he
while.
walks around like that. Seriously though, like his songs are just on repeat. That's all it is. Like one line on repeat. Anyway,
Mateo
let's
Peterson says I can hardly apologize without dipping into a little bow.
see. Exactly. Yeah, it's cool. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Evening
Yeah.
time we go to the park. We are sitting there, we're only dark.
See this poking of the head thing?
Yes.
I don't like it. Don't touch my head.
No.
But we
The arm is fine. Don't touch someone's head.
No, it's weird.
She loves me forever. It is not possible to forget her.
I hate you.
One girl is
hate you.
sitting under a tree.
I hate you. Hate.
I heb you.
What is? I guess she's trying to say hate, but she said
Yeah.
hep,
No, it's I hate you, but
like HEP.
yeah,
hep.
it does sound like hep. I mean,
Yeah,
look,
maybe it's
here's,
the reverb.
here's the thing: she obviously doesn't speak English at all, and he just like coached her on how to say
Oh,
things.
okay.
And he's not very good at his
much-
pronunciation.
Yeah. Well, Mr. Rajkumar is. I think he's a doctor. He has a doctorate.
He
or
says
something, right?
lub.
Lub,
Okay?
lub,
He's not
no.
very good.
No.
No.
Well, because think about it like this, and actually I can excuse this quite easily, even though most people in India can speak some pretty good English. This part of India is all the way in the northeast, and so they have to learn Hindi as their second language, right? Which is not related to their own language, it's
Yeah.
their northeastern language, and then they probably have to learn English on top of that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, let's see where this goes.
One girl is sitting under a tree.
Remember when we were going to talk about stuff that rich Chinese
Yeah,
people
yeah.
buy? This is interesting. This is why you come to Shaban.
Yeah.
To watch a CRT TV of a man in a field wearing a reed hat.
Yes. Look, she gives him one. She only gives him one, like,
Nut.
I guess it's some kind of snack. Probably a nut. Let's
It's like
see.
a
What,
little corn
what do you
nut.
think he's going to do with that one nut?
I don't know, but I.
By the way, that is something in India that I came across as giving a nut to people.
Yes, you told me about.
Groin nut.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was gonna say.
It's so
Explain
weird.
groin nuts.
Well, I went into the place I was in India. Like
dry zone.
drinking is forbidden or something, but you can drink, but you have to be underground in these dark
to be
places
in the cellar
Yeah,
with no lights.
It's so bizarre.
That's
like
the law.
yes, the lights have to be off.
Yeah.
So I found one place that was kind of like a restaurant, but they led me into this underground place and where there were no lights and sat me in this dark cubicle.
By the way, can you say the name of the town? Because it's mad sus.
What, Mangalore? Yes, it's Mangalore.
Who is Mangalore in a dark
Mangalore.
basement?
Yes,
and
in
there's
Ga-
groin nuts involved.
Yeah, so anyway, so the first place I went to, like I was in this cubicle all by myself because no one's allowed to see you drink or something.
Okay.
And
yeah,
it
it's
was
got to be barriered off.
it was so bizarre. Anyway, so I had like a beer or two and I was like, this is too creepy. I'm getting out of here. So then I was walking on the main street and they had these like tunnels that you go down into
Yeah.
like a drinking area. You can't buy the booze there. You have to buy it next door and they wrap it up so nobody can see what it is.
Right.
And then you take it into this like little cesspit basically. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like grimy, dirty, filthy, flies everywhere. And like some, tables that are sticky or whatever.
These
And
poor drinkers.
well, yeah, exactly. So I sat down and I'm drinking and so like I was getting a lot of attention because I was only like white dude in the entire place.
Of course.
This city. And I started chatting to some of the guys and they're really nice and
Yeah.
they could speak really good English.
Yeah.
So we're having a great conversation. It was like truck drivers and pieces like that. And there was this kind of old guy, he looked like Gandhi, but with hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He had
that kind of mustache.
He just had that like very slender, thin,
Right.
skinny look
Right.
to him with like kind of weird. And he kept like going into his pants
His like little satchel.
and pulling out not even a satchel, just into his pants.
Oh.
I don't know. He must have had a storage compartment in his
Some
pants.
sort of pocket.
I hope. Okay, so he keeps going into his pants, and he'd pull out these nuts, and he'd be like, but I don't even know what kind of nuts they were.
Yeah.
It was just weird. So anyway, so he like goes in his pants, and he's like this, and he like offers me a groin nut.
Did you do this?
Yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, nice.
I was like, I was drinking with him, and
Yeah.
I bought.
I'd take a groin
I
nut.
bought like, what was it called? Black Dog whiskey is very
Right.
popular there. So we're all drinking together, and I ate some groin nuts from him, and I was like, it was very uncomfortable because like he was the opposite of clean.
Sure.
You know,
I mean, these guys are
Oh, of
blue
course,
collar workers. Right?
grimy dude offering me his groin nuts, which I appreciate because
Yeah.
sounds so bad, but the thing is, like, I appreciate it, and it was
Yeah.
really fun to hang out with him and
cool.
drink and talk to them.
Nice dudes.
Yeah, but the nut thing is a thing.
Yeah, it seems like there's some groin nuts here, but at least she has them in a bag.
Yeah, but what do you think he's gonna do? Because she only gave him one.
You know what? I don't know, but I can hope something for him. That he wears a more flattering shirt next time.
That's not hiding his spare tire.
I don't want to make fun of the
Yeah,
dude,
come
but,
on, we all
maybe
been there,
not a
right?
shiny shirt.
Yes,
'cause that
exactly.
will really exacerbate it.
Accentuated, yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what he does with this nut. Ready?
Stop to sing his Mario fit.
Mario Fitz.
Salt and vinegar groin nut.
It's like it's really bad. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah, let's see.
they were flavorless, those groin nuts. Anyway.
Okay. He chucks it at
Threw
her.
it at her face.
What the heck?
That's rude.
That's
That's
disrespectful.
rude. What if it went in her eye?
What if it did?
Look at her. She's all like, he threw a nut at my face. Oh, never mind. Let's go.
That's stop. Just stop. This is a family show.
I know. Anyway, look, She-Dog gives him a whole lot. And he's like, yeah, now that's what I'm talking about. Give you a little noogie or whatever.
Gave her a nug.
Yeah, that's what you call it, right? A little
Yeah,
noogie
noogie.
or
That's a
whatever.
noogie, yeah.
We used to have those.
Learned that from that Howie Mandel show, Bobby's World.
No,
Oh,
idea.
it's like a really early '90s cartoon,
Oh,
and I learned noogies from there. You know John Candy or whatever.
yeah, of course.
He was
He's
like
awesome.
the dad. And
Okay.
he would always give noogies to.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's very uncomfortable, those, by the way.
Noogies suck.
They're very painful.
horrible.
Yeah.
It's not ticklish.
We used to also get, like, what, Indian burns?
Yeah, we got Indian burns. You go opposite
You like,
direction.
but you twist, yeah.
I actually like the feeling
What?
if someone doesn't do it too hard.
Okay.
If you do it too hard, it hurts.
There was a trend that was going around in the 90s, which was bad in my school.
Play knuckles.
No, it was called Smileys,
Oh,
where people would take a lighter, like a big lighter, and they'd
Yeah.
make it really hot.
Yeah.
And then you burn it and leaves like, it looks
yeah.
like two eyes.
Looks
and
like a
mouth.
robot.
Yeah, like some of my friends are scarred for life
Yeah.
because of that.
Yeah.
Because
That
that
used to
doesn't go
happen-
away.
That used to happen in some of the bad schools.
Yeah.
Where we would see it all the time is on the back of a bus seat.
Yeah.
They would burn.
Oh, but
those.
people burn like
Yeah, no.
hands. Like if you burn here, like a
It doesn't go
friend of
away.
mine has, like it's here forever.
Perma smileys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like because some dumb person on a bus was like, "Hey, you want a smiley?" And he's like, "Yeah." Like, you know what I mean? Don't do
What
that.
a wanker.
I know.
Sorry,
I know.
family friendly.
Anyway, let's carry on.
Crazy clouds roaming in summer. My heart is crazy now for my lover. Crazy clouds romance in summer. We also romance here and there. She loves me forever. It is
Turn the Casio keyboard on, demo mode.
Yeah, it is.
Thank you.
I like how he waddles around.
He does a bit of a waddle.
Yes.
He's got a 2-hop phone.
I hate you, hate.
But I love you, love.
Who is that girl?
That girl is only you.
What?
It's like you, basically.
Oh, so he pulled a ruse.
Yeah.
So there's just a ruse the whole time. So
Yeah.
she's all pissed off. The most important part of this, she's been pissed off in the beginning because he's waiting for another girl.
No, well, here's the thing. She's not under a tree.
She's not. So I think he changed. Because he saw she was getting mad.
Yeah, I mean, because he's like, this one girl is sitting under a tree,
Yeah.
but she's standing next to him.
Yeah, and wasn't that a different girl in the dress?
I think so.
So I think he got caught out.
Well, I mean, I think the whole point is that it's like, oh, it was actually you I was talking about the whole time, and it's
That's
like
what I mean.
romantic
It's
or
kind of
something.
like, oh, hardy har har. Maybe it was just like a dream, right? It turns out, it was just her all along. I think maybe because she offered multiple nuts.
Yes.
And he changed and he's like, you know what? I will be with this girl.
Yeah. Well, no, he got multiple nuts from the
from
other
the
girl.
other girl.
Yes.
Maybe they sucked. Maybe the nuts were terrible.
Yeah, who knows? Anyway, that's Raj Kumar. He's another smash hit.
Oh, Dragonella says it was the same girl.
Oh, it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't tell because of the outfit.
And I think she was wearing glasses in one.
Yeah,
It's like the Clark Kent
wardrobe
effect. You know what I mean?
swap,
It's
yes.
like, oh no, my secret identity happens to be glasses. Ching.
Dr. YouTuber says he shouldn't ask them about their name. It just confuses them.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, anyway, that was a lot of fun. Now let's take a look at some Tuhao stuff. This is a very rich girl from a very rich family.
Yes. So remember what we talked about. This is all about when Chinese people, typically uneducated people, come into a bunch of wealth. What do they spend their money on? One of the most common things we want to get out of the way right in the beginning is gold.
Yes.
Particularly wedding gold.
Yeah.
Wedding gold are these cuffs and these bracelets, and you'll go to a jeweler and you will literally only pay. You won't pay for the design or anything.
No, you pay
will
for the
only
gold.
pay for the weight in gold, which is interesting. That's what makes China a little bit different. There's almost no profit margins.
Yeah, exactly.
Gold is very precious in China,
Mm-hmm.
and this would be an example of somebody that has a lot of money.
Yeah, because usually what'll happen is the bride will get like just a set of bracelets,
Yes.
usually like one each, and then that's a precious thing supposed to be like some kind of investment you keep, right?
Yes,
That's a lot of gold.
I don't know how you eat that many onion rings, but they look
Sure.
good. They do look good.
Sure. Let's move on.
So that's just an example. You
There's some
just
more.
get absolutely insane amounts.
Yeah,
And this is the kind of thing this is a bit of a relic of the past. It's not but now you wouldn't take pictures with all of it on you.
No.
And then post it online or whatever.
Yeah, there's been one thing, a lot of the stuff we're talking about here is no longer being shown publicly.
Yes.
It
It exists.
it used to be, I'd say about 10 years ago, massively popular to flaunt your wealth.
Yes.
To go out there and show everybody that you're super rich and all that was the thing to do in China. But now you get into trouble because if you show it off too much, suddenly the government wants to know where's this coming from.
Yeah.
They start to investigate your family.
It's more like they don't want other people to think that that's how China is. You know what I mean?
That too.
Yeah,
yes.
that flaunting wealth thing.
Yeah.
So you get the idea. This was something that was a very common thing. Another thing was just giving massive piles of cash as like wedding gifts or at a company event. Be like, go get your big pile of cash.
Yep.
It was insane. It was like it was something you would see.
One thing that sucks about being invited to a Chinese wedding is you have to pay.
Yeah.
I'm sure you all know this. We've probably told you a million times. But, when you get invited to a Western wedding, you're like, yes, free drinks and food.
Yeah, I mean, I was just invited to a wedding and I paid.
What do you pay?
I gave the bride and groom money.
Do you give money? Don't you normally give a gift?
Well, there was a gift registry, but they said you can either give that or money.
Oh, I mean, I always like the idea of giving a gift because,
Yeah.
when you get married, you're going to move into a house or whatever. You're going to need.
That's why there's a
certain
registry.
things. Yeah,
But there was already most of the stuff was already claimed.
right. I got
You know
you.
what I mean?
But if you go to a Chinese wedding, you have to give money.
Yeah.
So I mean, if it's somebody you know very well, that's okay. But like many times, you get invited to like a random, colleague's friend or
Yeah,
something,
yeah,
and then
you're right. You're
you're
right.
expected to take like 500 RMB or something in a packet, and it's a bit much.
Yes.
So I used to kind of avoid going to weddings in China, unless of course I knew the people. Then I don't mind. But yeah, you're expected to give a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on from this wedding
yeah,
money
it's just
stuff.
something you
More
used to
wedding
say.
gold.
Cool dude.
Yeah, he really deserves his pretty wife. I think he must have a
maybe he's a nice
fantastic
guy.
personality. Yeah.
A nice dude.
Yeah.
This is something that was not just a relic of the past because it still happens, but this became an absolute obsession. You could dump absolute insane amounts of money into a Tibetan Mastiff.
Yes.
Which is a type of dog from China, which are absolutely enormous and very ill-tempered.
Yep.
Incredibly hard to train and very dangerous. But people were obsessed with this idea because there's two reasons. Number one, they're large and intimidating.
Sure.
Right. So if you're like a rich, powerful person, you like to have scary stuff. It's like when people like some sultan will have like a tiger or something, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of the Chinese equivalent of that. So you'd see a lot of like gangster type people would get a big Tibetan Mastiff.
Not in those cities though. You could never
Yes.
have these in the cities.
No.
It's only people that lived in like
That's
out
what
there.
That's what we're talking about in this
Yeah,
episode. That's
yeah.
why I brought it up. But the other thing is that it's our Chinese dog. And it's very rare that China has some sort of animal that would be exported to the rest of the world that everyone wants. So it was like a point of pride,
Except
even
for
though
pandas.
it's Tibetan, by the way.
Yeah.
But yeah, they claim Tibet is part of China. So that becomes this national pride thing. It's like, I have this rare, expensive thing from my own country. There's a bit of nationalism thrown in there.
Yeah.
The problem is that when people got them and this fad was taking over, people were dumping hundreds of thousands of dollars into these dogs, sometimes $1 million into these dogs in China. And they would get a hold of them and they would be absolutely unruly. I mean, these things are made to like hunt wolves and stuff.
Sure, yeah.
Like, this is a terrifying animal. So if you don't know how to train dogs, these things got out of control.
Yeah.
And they were hurting people. And then all of a sudden there was a crash in the market and people were trying to get rid of them for free.
Yeah.
Which is pretty crazy, but this is a huge trend.
Yeah, it was a trend. It no longer is, but a lot of people are spending money on dogs. You're right. For a little while. These dogs, anyway.
Yeah, but they're huge.
I love the Sky Don't Lie.
That is a massive sky don't lie.
You got to remember, this trend was a long time ago. I'm thinking 2012.
Yes. Well, that's why I'm trying to...
2013, maybe.
2014, I
Was
think.
it 2014?
I just wanted to give people a kind of a timeline of this stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it has changed. Now, this idea, by the way, we're going to teach you a word if you've never heard of it before. It's called tuhao. Tuhao means like earth gold. Dirt gold,
Yeah.
right? Dirt wealth.
Dirt wealth, yeah.
It's kind of like this idea that you...
It's like country bumpkin.
It's country bumpkin, but you have money, right? A
Yeah.
rich country bumpkin.
Yeah, of
rich
course.
redneck.
Yeah.
This wasn't just for things like physical items that you could buy. It was also like small town projects. So if a town came into a bunch of money and the leader of the Chinese government in that town wanted to show off the wealth and be like, our little town is better than that little town down the road, we're going to build a giant monolith to Mao and it's going to be gold. Right?
Yeah, this is like some rich
Coal
farmers or whatever put this together. But then the government found
big
out
government, yeah.
and told them to just demolish it.
It's pretty funny that they had to demolish the Mao,
Yeah.
which is incredibly offensive. But the reason that they had to demolish it is not what you think. You might think, oh, it was just an unsanctioned statue. It was actually because it was deemed too ugly.
Yeah.
And
that's
if
why.
you look at, I mean, by the way, that pollution is unreal.
Sky Don't Lie, dude.
But look at the face.
I know, it's pretty badly done, but I mean, then again, if they made it accurate, it would be even uglier.
Yeah, it's just funny that you can smack a Mao statue and you get,
Oh,
arrested.
yeah. I'll get that in there. Where is that? There we go.
哟，这么毛泽东啊，我杀你！
You get arrested, but then
Just
you build a Mao
try
statue.
smack that one, though. That's pretty high up. You'd have to...
Well, they smacked it with a wrecking ball.
That's
I
true.
would have liked to see that.
Me too. I really wish we could have seen that. But that's quite a picture of China, isn't it? So dystopian.
It really is, with a crane in it. It's got everything.
Yeah.
The barren trees,
Yes.
the pollution, the gold,
Yes.
and a crane, yeah. Now, this is where the exorbitant wealth can become altruistic.
Yeah.
Sometimes when these people, and we've met people like this, they'll come into millions and millions of dollars, but they're in a place where people are making $50 a month, right? The vast majority of people pull in $50, $100 a month, right?
Yeah.
But they don't want to leave that area.
Yeah.
Right. So then they just start buying businesses or starting real estate projects or dumping money into the town. And this guy, for example, just put on exorbitant banquets for everyone of the most expensive food that money can buy in China in this poor town, and just wasting his money like that. But that's
Yeah.
kind of nice, at least. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's not wasting money, though. That's
No.
nice.
But it's like it's uninformed, right? It's
Yeah.
like maybe you could invest in businesses for the
Yeah,
people or
maybe you could
something.
help them set up a little, like, pension fund or something.
Yeah,
Yes.
like because when you see like how this isn't like a few dishes, I'll show you some photos here.
Okay.
This is like out of control.
Okay, yeah, that is a
Right.
bit much, yeah.
And a lot of that probably go to waste. Well, maybe not with all the IEs.
Yeah.
But you get the idea, like
Mm-hmm.
just dumping absolute exorbitant money. Now, one of the first things that country bumpkins will do when
Mm-hmm.
they come into their millions of dollars in China is build a mansion in said crappy area.
Sure.
And how many times have we seen this?
Oh, yeah, we've stayed in those
Yes.
before.
They're
yeah.
crazy because they always look like garish and
Mm-hmm.
out of place. You'll be riding by.
But this one looks pretty good compared to most
Yeah,
of them.
that's
Okay,
true.
most of them literally just are tiles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? With that
that's true.
blue glass, tiles and blue glass. This is actually pretty good. Like, it doesn't look too bad.
I think
it
it looks terrible.
I mean, like, okay, sure, but Look at the wall over there. That looks crappy. Look
Well,
at
that's what you'd
and look at the one
expect.
behind the one on that side. You can see that's more what I'm used to. Where it's
Yeah.
just crap like concrete tile.
The thing is,
type
like
things.
that thing you're looking at right now, it's just concrete. There's
Yes.
no like structure to it.
Yeah, yeah. But they're trying to go for, I don't know, is that like a kind of a European Tuscan style?
It's
not
usually-
Tuscan. What do you call that?
It's usually like French.
yeah.
They like
yeah.
French crap, right? Hold on. I just want to talk about this real quick. When you go into these things, they're never furnished properly.
No.
And so it's just like these massive, tall, vaulted ceilings
Yeah.
that go nowhere, and it's all concrete. So everything's pure echo, and
and
everything's
cold.
white and cold.
No insulation, yeah.
It's terrible.
In fact, one of my Chinese friends and I went to their hometown during Chinese New Year.
Yes.
And their family had like a 5-story type building in the middle of Fuzhou somewhere.
Okay.
But it was in the middle of a city. It was like,
Oh, okay.
or whatever. But only the first floor was actually furnished. The rest were just concrete, like empty
Because
concrete
they were
junk.
only using one, or
Yeah, they only used one.
Yeah.
And the rest were just empty.
yeah,
go up
I, have
and it was-
I have seen that.
So, I mean, it was just like you go up and it's like concrete. It looks like someone's busy constructing something, but it's been like that for 10 years.
yeah,
And they just had like random rubble and junk in the other floors,
yeah,
but only the first floor they lived on, which is weird.
interesting.
And that was the most hideous kitchen I've ever seen in my life because it had been used just for so long, but the walls were covered in grease. Like just because you know how
yeah.
it goes. They had like an
It's-
extractor fan.
Yeah.
So if you can imagine what a black hole looks like.
Yes, I
You have this
can.
like extractor fan, and it looked like the center of a black hole, and the whole place was covered in like grease, everything.
Yeah.
It's pretty terrible.
Was it in a chemical industrial zone?
No, it's in near
tell me
Fuzhou
Fuzhou.
or something. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so here we've got like
Yeah, just go back to that real quick.
I
This
will.
is an example of like if somebody from one of these villages, like
Mm-hmm.
see these crappy buildings, this is what you'd normally see, right?
yeah,
But then you'll get one random compound
Yeah.
that's like that person never left, but they have millions of dollars more than these people that make $50 a month. It's wild because you've never seen wealth distribution like this
Hmm.
before. You think America's bad with like wealth distribution? You got to understand, you'll have a $10 million mansion next to a guy that's literally earning $50.
a year.
Yeah, like not like
Yeah,
subsistence
exactly.
farming.
Yeah.
You know? He's like is bent over on a crutch.
Yes.
Like raking potatoes in an unfertile field.
Yes.
Next to this like mansion of this dude, and he's got Bentleys and Mercedes and all these luxury cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Again, when I was in China, I finally, I was there for so long.
Yeah.
And at some point, I realized it doesn't matter how wealthy you become in China, you still have to live in this kind of
Yeah.
very struggly kind of environment, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
The pollution is bad, the noise is bad, so you can have a nice mansion, but you still have to drive your fancy car on screwed up roads
Yep.
and deal with very bad traffic and all that. So it's like, unless you really keyed into that lifestyle, it's maybe not the place for you. That's what I realized. So it's like,
No, I mean that's why the wealthy Chinese people that are
They'll
educated
leave,
leave,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But there's people that are tied to their hometown. They
if
don't
you're
know
out in
what to do.
if you're out in the middle of nowhere, it's not that bad actually.
For sure, I've met people up in Inner Mongolia that have millions and millions of dollars, but they can't even read.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's nuts.
Yeah. Anyway, let's talk about how these things are furnished.
Yeah.
Because I got a real gripe with this stuff.
These are tea tables. This is one thing that rich people spend money on.
You didn't get any of those elaborate actual tea tables, did you?
I don't know.
Because like
I
a
just
tea
wanted to show
table,
ones with prices.
Okay, a tea table in China's
Yeah,
actually
oh,
got
yeah,
grooves
that
in it with water flows into and all that. Because those are insane.
Yeah.
Because one thing about China, these are just like a tea room furniture set, right? But I mean, even look at those prices. $21,000 for that thing that looks like somebody made as a project in wood shop. I'm not even joking here. Who's paying $21,000 for that? It's a rickety piece of crap you find at a thrift
I
store.
mean, maybe it's we don't know. Maybe it's amazing, but
It's not.
we do know that it's that it's grossly overinflated.
Oh,
in
big
price.
time. How about this other one over here for
This one's-
$42,800?
This one's actually ancient, though.
Okay, but that's an antique. Okay, so I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But-
I just want to show how much money people spend on
Yeah.
this stuff.
I remember, the tea, Kung Fu tea as they call it, it's
Mm-hmm.
quite nice. I actually like Kung Fu tea. I like the idea behind it. There's a whole ceremony behind tea. So you have your different pots, you have your little tea tools, you have your little things, and you pour the water over, and you got the ceramic cups, all this,
Yeah.
this nonsense, right? But it looks very cool, and I quite like that. But rich I find these nouveau rich guys, they will buy these horrendously expensive tea tables. And they've got like built-in drainage.
Yep.
They've got like little places to put your pots and your kettles, and sometimes intricately carved dragons or phoenixes or something. And it looks pretty cool. A lot of it looks gaudy and like
Yes.
over the top. But those things cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, US dollars,
Yes.
to buy. And I'm
Yeah.
like, what the heck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's
Most
one
of them
those
don't.
things.
I was struggling to find expensive ones, but when you're in China, you'll see them.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's insane.
But you get the idea of how much money people spend on this. And then not to mention just tea in general, right?
Yes.
You're looking at 357 grams of
I'll get
tea.
out of here. Look
This
at that,
is-
yeah.
This is 357 grams is less than half a kilo.
And that's like fermented tea or something you get. You get fermented. These are called tea cakes, by the
Yes.
way. And it's not like a British tea cake, which is actually a cake you have with tea.
Yes, this one right above me here is $5,000
Yes.
for a pound of tea, of pu'er tea.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It'll make you pu'er if you buy
Yeah,
it.
it'll make you very poor. Yeah, nice. See, like the aged green tea cake over there? Bing.
Yes.
The Da Ye Chen Cha Ching Bing Big,
Big
leaf
leaf
aged green tea cake.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That's $2,200. That's 400 grams. Then you have this one on the left, which is 350 gram cake. This is the masterpiece Shang Pu'er,
Yeah.
which is the Laoban Zhang King 2001 edition.
You know, I got to say that the one thing that I can appreciate about the tea culture in China is it's one of the things that survived.
Yes.
You know, and it's probably because Mao Zedong liked to
He
drink tea.
loved tea and smoked cigarettes, and
Yeah.
both of those things flourished.
Yeah, but cigarettes is not exactly ancient Chinese culture.
It's not, but
It is now.
If you ask people in China that smoke expensive cigarettes, I promise you they'll say it's Chinese. I
Yeah.
promise you.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, like, it is now ancient Chinese culture because China's only 75 years
There you go.
old.
There you go.
But I'm saying tea culture is great because you can still find all the ceremony around it. You can still find all the tools, all the,
Yep.
the methods, and so on.
That's definitely a pro-China thing.
Yeah,
I'm not into it. I don't really like tea.
I very
but
much
I admire
appreciate
it.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm also like Chinese tea. I like a bit of pu'er cha, maybe a
I
bit
like
of mo li
pu'er cha.
hua cha, which is jasmine tea, but it's like, you know, it's still just kind of like water with dirt in it. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like
leaves.
You know, but you know,
Yeah.
pu'er's got that dirt taste to it too.
It's
almost.
fermented, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So it's
I
okay.
like pu'er tea, actually.
Yeah, it's
pretty
nice.
good.
I enjoy it with like yum cha.
Yes.
You know.
You know what, though? You know what's a good litmus test for how much I enjoy it? Is do I buy it? No.
No.
You know, I'll have it, but I'm not going out of my way to buy it.
When I was in China, I bought a little tea, like a little tea table thing,
Yeah.
and I bought all the tools and stuff, and I tried to learn it all because I thought that's something I could take with me,
Yeah.
and then I lost interest.
You know, it's a little tidbit for everyone.
What?
Little tea culture tidbit in China. They'll when they brew the first batch, they'll pour it off.
Yes.
And that's fun. It's really funny to me because I was always like, finally, I can never find coffee, so I'm like, finally, I can get a little caffeine.
Yeah.
They pour off the first.
Yeah, because you don't want to
dose,
drink the first one. Yeah.
And that's where almost all the caffeine is.
yes.
So, the be all and end all is you're not getting
It's
much
not
caffeine.
That's not why they drink it.
I know. I'm just saying. Like I wanted some coffee
Sure.
and I couldn't get it. Right?
Yeah, that's
So-
very true. Yeah. Anyway, let's move on from tea because we could talk about it a lot.
Yes.
Cigarettes.
yeah. So
You're quite the expert. You've had many years' experience with this, so maybe
yeah,
you
I
can
quit
explain.
years and years ago.
Yeah. How many years did you smoke for in total?
I mean, never consistently.
Okay.
So, I mean, probably a while, but like there were times where I took years off, right?
Okay,
Where I didn't
yeah.
smoke. I didn't really smoke in Taiwan or anything, and then I quit for a couple years after that. And I was up and
Altogether?
down. I don't know, probably like 5, 6, 7 years,
Okay.
something like that.
Decent amount of experience in this field, so you
Yeah,
can explain it.
For sure. And don't ever let anyone tell you smoking is not nice because it's very nice.
It's nice.
I always miss it. you know?
Okay, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it's just like any kind of vice.
For sure.
Yeah,
But I'll never smoke again.
sure.
Now, the funny thing is these Panda brand cigarettes were not memorialized. They were brought to popularity by Deng Xiaoping, who was a big fan of this particular brand.
Yes.
And it drove the price up to over $1 per cigarette, right? So for China, you have to understand, like a normal pack of cigarettes is under $1 for the whole pack.
Yeah.
Right. But then you have this where each cigarette's over $1. So
Yeah.
it's like $20-something a pack, right? Then you can get special editions of these where you don't even know. It's like insane amounts of money. But like the average price of these Panda cigarettes is very, very high. And it's weird because China has simultaneously the worst cigarette market in the world of like people think of Chinese cigarettes like that's what you buy in Ziploc bags in the streets of Canada.
Sure.
Because you don't want to pay the tax or whatever, and it's terrible.
Yeah.
And then all the way up to the best cigarettes in the world because there's such a luxury market there.
Yes.
And that's where it comes into the whole wasting money because in China, it's very important to judge someone based on, if you're an uneducated person, to judge someone based on what kind of cigarettes they smoke.
Sure.
So when you go around in a social setting as a man, you offer cigarettes to everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And this happens multiple times a day if you're in China. You will see this happening all the time. People will offer you cigarettes all the time. And you look at their pack and you'll know what kind of income bracket they're in, how
Yep.
much they care about face, right? There's a lot of things you can read from this. And if somebody offered you one of these, they would be,
Yeah,
probably
very
somebody
high
that's
up.
wasting a lot of money on cigarettes and
yeah.
trying to show off.
Oh, yeah.
But there's some other brands here I wanted to show you, which are interesting. I want to show you the upper echelon ones.
Yeah, I've got this kind of rich friend, and he had a wedding, and you know, on the table for every guest, he had a pack of like these. I think they were these actually.
These ones, yeah. These are pretty popular at weddings. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of expensive cigarettes to show off, you know.
Yeah. These are over $1 a stick.
He was such a show off, that guy.
Was he?
Yeah.
But I did them in ascending order. So like these ones, I wanted to read this. This is funny. I'll show you how like seriously people take this. This is Zhenlong Shengshi, which is the healthy option.
Yes.
These babies from Guangxi have laser drilled filter ventilation, which apparently reduces the number of harmful substances in the smoke. In addition, they have some kind of incense added to the filter too, so that's healthy probably. At least they're comparatively easy to get a hold of. So these aren't rare, but they're very expensive.
Yeah.
Never seen them actually.
No, me neither.
I have seen these Li Chuns though.
I haven't seen those.
Li Chun is a very basic brand, but if you go all the way to the top, it says possibly the most relaxed of cigarette brands. Xiuxian means leisure. How nice of them. Handmade with less tar and less smoke. Excellent if you want to smoke with children in the car with the windows rolled up, which you will
happens.
see.
You know what I'd see a lot of Shuangxi, which is double happiness.
Yes, those are
And they'd
bad.
have like a tin. You know, there's massive
That's
tins.
like for
yeah,
countryside
But
boys.
you'd be in a taxi or
Yes.
something, and they'd have a tin, and this tin's got hundreds of these.
Oh, because
things
they have to
inside.
smoke 100
Yeah.
cigarettes a day.
Yeah, it's just like a massive tin of cigarettes, all like lined up in there. You
Yeah.
know, it's like crazy. You just pull them out. Insane.
These guys are smoking 3 packs a day,
Yeah, at least.
equivalent, so 20, 40, 60 cigarettes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that tin will last them a couple days.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, I remember seeing those.
Yeah,
Those Shuangxis are bad.
Yeah.
Huang Hello. This is Huang Hello is
Yeah, I've
like
seen those.
a very middle of the road brand until you get to this. Apparently, these are called like the 1916 version. These
Mm-hmm.
are like $10 a stick, $10 a stick.
Yeah.
And you can buy these. They have like a gold leaf like filter or whatever. Apparently, they're quite good.
All right.
Apparently, the Grail. That's the Grail one.
Oh, okay.
But another thing is another vice is alcohol.
Of course. Yeah.
This crate of Maotai Baijiu. So Baijiu is a Chinese alcohol, hard alcohol
Made out of
made out of
sorghum.
sorghum, which is a type of grass. Almost looks like corn.
It's quite repulsive. I don't want to like look down on whatever, but I think most cultures have a gross liquor that's like a, what do you call it, moonshine basically, or Witblitz or something like that. There'll be a white lightning, you know, something that
Yeah, like
people make
moonshine, yeah.
accidentally in their
Moonshine,
shed by like mixing chemicals that fell
Potatoes.
over from their workbench or something, and they're like, let me try.
turpentine.
Yeah, exactly. That's what this stuff tastes like. And I'm sorry, you get really good brands, and they're slightly better, but it's like if you say it's good, Baijiu, what you're really saying is it's just a little less bad.
It's a little less bad.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
But Guizhou Maotai, like this crate, right? This little crate. So all these bottles, like let's say 3, 6, 9, 12, like 12 bottles, 15 bottles sold for £1 million.
Yeah.
And then if you look at this here, this is just normal Guizhou Maotai going for $2,000.
Yes. I had some friends in the government in Shenzhen, and they gave me a gift, and it was a Maotai box. And I didn't think much of it, you know, and it had like a little ancient cup in it and stuff. And later on, I found out it was worth thousands of dollars.
Wow.
You know?
You drink it?
No.
No.
No, I gave it to
Give it away.
I gave it to my father-in-law,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
nice of you.
the old father-in-law.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's what a
Which
waste.
is what a waste, yeah. Anyway, the thing is, it's just kind of crazy that people would spend that much on liquor. But it's the same, like you get those cognacs and
Oh,
stuff.
I'll show that as well. So it's
Yeah.
funny because if you go up north, this is what people buy. They're proud to be in the northern China. People are more proud to be Chinese, so they want Chinese alcohol. But when you're in the south, people, especially in Guangdong, Cantonese people want to show off with cognac.
Yes.
Cognac is, if you don't know, most of you'll know, is just brandy. So expensive brandy basically comes in these very swank bottles.
Vsop.
Right.
Yeah, very special old pale.
Cognac is just brandy. It comes from the Cognac region of France. And cognac is brandy is a cheap alcohol. So it's whoever came up, it's kind of like the De Beers Diamond thing.
Yeah.
Whoever came up with the idea of how do we make brandy really expensive? Because it is literally brandy.
Yeah, it is.
You take it and you put it in these fancy bottles, and then you're charging thousands of dollars. And this is something you will see passed around everywhere in Guangdong. A lot of it fake.
Yes.
And you can tell when it's fake.
Oh, yeah.
I used to quite like it. But with the fake stuff, you'll know.
You'll know it's
You'll
fake,
know.
yeah.
But like, look at this.
Yeah, $50,000? I don't
This is
think
not
so.
from China. Again, people in the south of China a lot of times want to show off with foreign goods more than they do with domestic goods.
I like how it says $15 off.
Yeah, that's why I put it in there.
I mean,
you save $15.
who's caring about that? If you've got that amount of money to spend on a freaking bottle of booze and it says $15 off, you're like, yes, I better grab it now while I get this discount.
$15 is $15. That's a couple of.
It's like,
you know,
whoa, either
Big
buy
Mac
a
meals.
brand new car or get $15 off the stupid bottle of booze that's done
you
in
can
a
buy
night.
a car cash with
Yes,
that. Like a
brand new nice car.
Yeah, you
I'm
don't
sorry.
have to finance or anything.
Yeah, if you've got that amount of money to throw away, there's something wrong with you. Anyway.
It's hilarious, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Let's see what's next. Yes.
Oh, this is so actually this is out of order. I'm sorry. This is a Wired article about some exorbitantly expensive phone, but I just want to show this first.
Yeah,
This
so
dude.
he's
What is
wearing
he wearing?
Wearing stockings.
He looks like he's wearing one of those Korean Joseon era hats.
Yes.
What is he wearing?
Yeah, and stockings.
I don't care about the money anymore. I want to know what he's wearing.
Yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
What he looks like, Little Lord Fauntleroy
He's really, he does.
from the Joseon
Yeah.
era.
You know, here's the thing.
He's a drill sergeant.
Yeah, he's a drill sergeant. Yeah, that's true. I've seen a lot of people pass this around, and the propagandists a lot on Twitter. They'll show like a old lady turning up at a bank with like a huge pile of cash and depositing it or something, and they're like, "Look how much wealth there is in China, and look how safe it is to carry your money around." What they don't realize is that, there's a lot of notes in there, but it's probably like $200.
Yeah.
You know
at
what I mean?
most.
It's like not a
Yeah.
lot. This what is it, like 1,000 RMB or something? Who
Something
knows?
like that.
Yeah.
Maybe like 500 kwai or something.
Yeah, you never know. But anyway, it's not the flex most people think.
Yeah, it's not like it's that much. Also, it could be not real.
Yes.
It could be a design.
Now here's where things get really weird.
Yeah.
And I want to tell a quick story. I once got a panicked phone call from a subscriber because he'd come to visit China with his Chinese wife or girlfriend or something along those lines. And so before he came, he contacted me. You know, it wasn't in the city I was in. It was like in Qingdao or something. He went there. And he just was in contact, you know, because he wanted my advice on what he could do and where he could go, what kind of food he should eat, you know, the usual stuff anyway. So he contacted me rather panicked because he decided while he was in China he wanted to get like a cheap
phone.
Just a cheap phone to use while he was walking around or whatever. And his SIM card didn't work, or the SIM card he bought didn't work in his overseas phone. So he went to one of those cell phone shops. And he bought a phone, but the problem is the way Chinese write down prices
Yeah.
is like if it's 10,000,
Yeah.
they'll write like
Yidianling.
one and then 1. So it just looks like
Or 1.0
Yeah.
yuan. with a
yeah,
kick.
exactly. Or it'll look like 10 or something, you know, with a 1 afterwards.
Yeah.
And so he bought this thing thinking it was cheap, like 190 RMB, but it was actually 19,500 RMB. How much is that in dollars anyway?
That's like, I mean, that's
Just-
like,
and this was a while ago, so it would have been more. But like,
no, it's kind of come back
Okay.
around. It's like
Yeah.
$3,000 almost.
okay. So it's like $2,800.
Yeah.
But he paid with his credit card, so he didn't know, right? So he bought this, and it was a gaudy gold.
Oh, everyone already knows about this.
Okay, yeah, I mean,
Must
that's.
have been a news thing. Yeah, it was on
maybe.
Wired.
Yeah. But not this particular brand. He bought like just a weird
Yeah,
little
I gotcha.
crappy flip phone, and it cost him almost $3,000. But he didn't realize he used his credit card, and then when he saw his bill later, he's like, "What the hell?" He tried to return it, they wouldn't take it back.
No way.
And it was a dumb phone as well. It was one of those because it had like gold and
Yeah.
diamonds or something in it, or some crap like that.
That's funny.
Super expensive, and he couldn't even use his normal SIM card in it, so it was a waste of money. But yeah, these particular things.
It looks like you guys know it's a brand that
Yeah.
sells like 60 grand or something. I can't
Yeah.
even see those numbers.
Yeah, no, these
for
are.
a phone.
If you take a look, like that is like really small. You can bring it up. You've got the media
Yeah,
pack on
no,
your
I
thing.
can see it. It's like
50
6,800. That's 58 grand. Wow.
Yeah,
So we're like in the $60,000 range.
But this is the kind of thing that rich Chinese
Yes.
businessmen like to buy. These gaudy, weird things like this for $68,800, $70,000.
It's got 18 karat gold and diamonds on a phone.
Yeah, now remember this.
Himalaya alligator skin happy 5G.
Yes, exactly. Himalaya alligator skin happy 5G phone. This is a Chinese brand out of Hong Kong. At least that's where it's registered. I
It
think
says it's in England now.
they've registered it in England now, but it originally comes from China. It is a weird thing.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
suspect that it's something else. I think it's probably a form of money laundering or
knows?
something.
Who
I don't
knows?
even know. Maybe it's if you buy one of these phones, you get a special entrance to the, I don't know, Stonecutters Club or something, the Illuminati.
Yeah,
you know what I
maybe
mean?
something like
Maybe you
that.
buy this and that's your ticket in, because
Yeah.
who's paying 60
Maybe you
grand
actually
for
get a
phone?
piece of a private jet.
Yes, because I mean
know?
these phones look rubbish, and
Yeah.
and if you look into the technology, they're just kind of average. You know, they're not like amazing.
Well, that's why if you're interested, go read that Wired thing because they did a whole thing on it. They actually said it was high tech.
But they're lying.
For some purposes.
It's like got a Snapdragon 880, which is a
yes,
boring
It's
old
not about the
generation
base
processor.
technology; it's the stuff that it comes with. It
Yeah,
was
like
an interesting
this.
read.
They say they've got a luxury OS for your convenience. Exclusive VTOL communication encryption technology enables a fundamental prevention
Yeah,
from
yeah,
leakage of
whatever.
texts. Yeah. It's
I like
just,
their marketing materials though.
yeah, the marketing materials are very, very
Not this.
hilarious.
The stuff on the YouTube.
So you can wake up Vertu AI assistant using integrated voice command technology for weather queries.
Woo!
Set up meeting
Siri,
reminders.
Tell me the weather.
Exactly. Smart
Hey,
trip
Google.
planning, application search, real-time translation, and so on. Who says that? And
And
so on.
in writing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's like when you read the PowerPoint.
I've heard
slide.
that in China a lot. There's
Yeah,
definitely
yeah.
Chinese
Yeah, for sure.
grammar here. Intimate and convenient. Yeah, it's
It's
basically
like a
Siri.
Spy Kids watch.
Yeah, it's a Spy Kids watch for 60 grand. 70 grand,
Oh, boy.
sorry.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Still hasn't gone away. Apparently, they've been around for ages and they just won't go away.
Mm-hmm.
It's interesting.
There's something sus. There's a sus angle to it for sure.
Yeah.
You know, like you buy this phone and then in Canada they give you like casino tokens or
Right.
something
It's a
in
joke,
return.
by the way.
Yeah.
We don't know any of that.
Yeah, in Minecraft. I'm just trying to rationalize
Yeah.
this.
Well, maybe it's just that
Meta 2
freaking
adopt-
good and we're plebs. you
So I
know?
went to their official YouTube channel, and this is the kind of video that they have on there.
Dual chip design, featuring the cutting-edge 4nm Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 leading edition chip paired with the SE independent encryption security chip. The latter is a chip that applies.
Like, what are we looking at here?
It's
This
so
reminds me of
high.
like, you know, yeah,
Happy 5G.
yeah, it is. Oops, sorry,
Port
Port
of
of Dandong.
Dandong.
I don't know. But I just love this other one. Okay, so never
Why
mind
is
this.
Lara Croft telling us?
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of weird.
Yes, we'll move
dual
on, guys.
driving
Hold on.
mechanism
Yeah,
of
take a
data
look here.
and models. It extracts information from users' private data.
Like, what are we looking at here?
There's a
Robot androids
robot.
on the street?
It looks like
Constructing
remember
personalized
that
models based
fake
on individual
Ukrainian
interests,
girl they
needs, and
did? That doesn't
behavior.
look like it's like
These
that
models-
type of thing. They like took someone's like what they look
Likeness,
like
yeah.
and made it into like some
like-
weird
yeah.
looking thing.
Those
It's
comprehend
like a
user
robot
requirements,
brains.
offering personalized suggestions and information akin to a true second brain.
the heck?
Additionally, Meta 2 employs advanced
It is the most jank.
It's so weird.
It's jank marketing. It looks rubbish. Everything about it is sus as all hell, but they sell it for like 70 grand.
Yeah. You
Weird.
don't know if anyone bought it. You don't. It's like we looked this before. You're like, how is someone selling that car for so much? Well, they try. Doesn't mean they are.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know what I mean? You can list. I could list this $200 watch on eBay for $50,000 if I want to.
Yeah, remember those like potato Dorito chips or
Yeah.
whatever?
See, it's
Yeah.
like that. Like you could buy a
But
Dorito
this is
chip
an
in the
actual
shape of
company
Jesus.
with different models.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway,
Yeah. Read
just
the
so we
articles.
pointed out, it's kind of weird. Okay, now this. Let me
What's
get
this?
us out of here. Take a look.
Ah, this is interesting.
This is something you will see in the Chinese countryside in a certain part anyway.
Tibet,
Yeah,
yeah.
on the Tibetan plateau.
Near Sichuan.
Well, there's a
Shanghai
couple of
as well.
places, yeah. So you guys probably know about this, but these guys are looking for basically caterpillars,
Yes.
but not any kind of caterpillar. Zombie caterpillars, dead zombie caterpillars.
Cordyceps.
Yeah. So it's actually kind of disgusting.
I actually would think it would be fun to hunt for them, though.
You think so?
Yeah, because of how much they cost. You feel like
Yeah.
you've got a real gold mine.
Yeah, I mean, it is. That's why they do it. You make a lot of money because there's a huge demand for these.
Yeah.
But you see, what they're doing is they're pulling them out of the ground. And I'll explain how it works. Basically, it's a moth,
Yeah.
right? So when the moth lays its eggs and these poor caterpillars are born, because everybody knows what happens, okay? A caterpillar makes a pupa and then it becomes a moth or a butterfly or whatever, right? That's kind of what caterpillars do. They don't just stay a caterpillar their whole
We know,
life,
yeah.
right? Okay.
Thanks for
But these
catching
ones
us up.
do.
Yeah. They get
So-
frozen in time.
Yeah, what happens is there's this horrible fungus, okay, that infects the soil. And these things actually spread it. That's how it infects the soil. So I don't know how it started. It's one of those chicken and egg things. But anyway, so you got these caterpillars like hanging around in the soil or whatever. They get infected. The cordyceps fungus takes over them. It actually infects their brain and causes them to basically come to the surface of the soil, okay, and then die.
I'm sorry, the comments.
Okay.
People are guessing what they were doing crawling on the ground, trying to avoid mines on the outskirts of their monastery.
Yes, that's true. That's true.
Very good.
Yeah. So anyway, this poor caterpillar, right? It's infected with this virus. This cordyceps fungus, not a virus, fungus. May as well be. Anyway, and it messes with its brain, forces it to go to the surface and then die. And then,
Caterpillars don't have brains.
yeah, what?
Their nervous system.
Yeah, their brain. Okay, they have a brain in a way.
No, they
Whatever. Their nervous system.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so it goes to the top of the soil.
They're like-
it dies. Okay, yeah, they're very nervous. It goes stiff, and then the fungus grows this like shoot out of its head.
Yeah.
Okay, which goes and pierces the soil, and then it spreads the fungal spores, which then goes into the soil to infect other caterpillars.
Correct.
And then they die like that. So that's what these people are digging up, are these dead zombie caterpillars, basically.
Yep. You died like a dog. Died like a caterpillar.
Yeah, exactly. And it's very scary, and they're kind of gross looking. Let's be honest. It looks like a fingernail grew out of a caterpillar or something.
It
I
is
don't
a
know.
horror movie. I'm
It's-
so used to seeing it.
It's gross.
I've eaten it so many times.
Yeah, but it's gross, right? I don't think this is appealing at all.
You've eaten it. It's in
yeah.
so many Cantonese soups.
Yeah, of course, but I stay away from those bug soups.
Right. I always saw it more like it tastes like a mushroom.
Yeah. Well,
doesn't
it's,
taste
it's
bad.
kind of, it is a fungus.
Yeah.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is that this stuff sells for top dollar.
Oh, it's insane.
So, I mean, for instance, here, this is like $1,000 for a couple, right?
Yeah, it's not that many.
That comes in a nice wooden box at least. This is like 2,280 for 1.3 ounces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And then I'll just show you
Yeah,
a
that's
couple
tiny.
other.
It's not that much.
Okay.
you
Yeah,
know?
this dried cordyceps. This is $900.
Yeah.
And then just if you don't have a lot of money and you just want a little bit, this is 5 grams is for $200.
Oh, that's nothing, you know?
yeah, 5 grams is nothing.
No.
Okay, $208 for 5 grams. So basically, why do you think this is popular?
Because it's traditional Chinese medicine.
What do you think it's supposed to cure?
Actually, it's many things.
But what is the main reason?
It's supposed to be for
It's supposed to be an aphrodisiac.
aphrodisiac. That's right. That's what
Supposed to be good for
you.
you. Yeah, exactly. And I think everything in traditional Chinese medicine has its roots in being an aphrodisiac. I mean, okay, I'm overgeneralizing, but the majority of the ones that kill endangered species and
Yeah,
stuff,
that's true.
you know,
Yeah, so but there's a bunch of stuff. There's like 6 common. I can't remember
yeah,
what
it's
they are.
like
There's
good
all
for your
this
liver
fucking
health.
stuff.
But of course, none of it's proven.
No.
Not a single one of these claims has
It says
ever been
may.
scientifically proven. Not
like
one.
WebMD is like, it may do this based on Eastern beliefs. You know, it's not like, yes, it does this. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Like you can eat coal or something and it may,
Yeah.
fix something. You never know, right? Under the right circumstances, you get
Yes.
struck by lightning at the same time. It might actually cure your migraine. You never know.
True.
But the thing is, these things are kind of weird.
Yeah, they're a horror movie.
Yeah, they're kind of gross. They're caterpillars.
I will admit they don't taste bad.
Sure, but I mean, you're eating a freaking caterpillar.
Yeah, but it
again.
tastes like you're just eating a very almost more nutty fibrous mushroom.
Okay, yeah.
You know that, you know.
Yeah, sure. Anyway, I got a little thing I wanted to say here is we all know where this ends up. So,
Yes.
dear China, please stop messing with these, okay? All right?
Yeah, we all know where this is headed.
Yeah. Anyway,
Statues. Sorry, we'll rip, guys. We're taking too long.
Sorry.
The statues, wasting thousands, tens of thousands of dollars on statues. And yes, People in China, in the countryside, with lots of money, will spend 50 grand on a Transformers statue.
Yeah, it's made out of like welded up car parts and stuff. Yeah.
Not a joke.
No, we've seen them a lot.
People will buy that.
Yeah, you've got places that make these like yards, and then you just go buy them.
Yes. More often than not, people will buy Western statues, and they're on the outskirts of every city. In anywhere where there's limestone, like you'll see just cratered mountains.
Yes.
And then nearby will be a shop with this stuff.
Selling statues. Yes, it's crazy.
And people spend a lot of money just littering their stuff with it. I found a shop that sells luxury interiors, a Chinese shop.
Okay.
Just pause it. I want you guys to examine this. This will be exorbitantly expensive and will be the centerpiece of someone's room in China. In fact, I've seen almost this very thing.
Sure.
In rich, those rich cavernous houses. Absolutely insane. Yep. Moving on, I want to show you some interiors that you'll see.
Yes. There it is in the centerpiece.
When you go to a rich person's house that is less than educated, this is often the interior that you will see. And just take that in. Just soak that in. This is what you will see.
Kind of looks like something you would see in an old French manor house or something, or Russian, like parliament or something.
Yes.
Yeah, but from a long time ago.
Yes, and the whole apartment building will be called like Marble Gallery, I don't know, Meadows or something. Yes. And it'll have like a trumpet, like a French trumpet guy.
Yeah.
And then you go inside and you'll find things like this.
Yeah.
And it's just the gaudiest, craziest things you've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Look at this. I just want to take us out real quick. You'll see a chandelier in a bedroom with very expensive, like, bear fur pillows.
Yes.
That's what people are spending money on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. Not my tastes.
It's very, very, very gaudy.
I've seen that.
We've basically all seen this.
I've seen that.
That's what people buy. And it's like, what are you trying to be?
Yeah.
French royalty?
I think that's what they're going for.
Are you in Napoleon's era?
Yeah, I feel like that's actually what they're going for, is like French royalty, because I don't know what else to describe that as.
No, because that's
like a fleur de puke. You know what I mean? What would you call that?
I call that a fleur de puke.
It is. It's fleur de puke. Look at this disgusting color. Those puffy, like velvety things. Oh man, that's horrible.
I don't want to lay on that.
It's literally like a French nobleman threw up, and then they like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, it's so bad.
Little Lord Fauntleroy, he's lost his lunch, and they open the door, and that's
what happened. Yeah, dude. Wow.
It's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the interior design is crazy. It's crazy. But this is like the pinnacle of what they waste their money on, because this stuff will cost so much. You'll get a guy that will buy a furniture set like this.
Yeah, exactly.
And it'll be $100,000.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It is insane. I've been to those places. Oh, it's vote clip time, guys.
Oh, nice.
And don't worry, this time our vote clip is not
Pepto-Bismol.
Yeah, exactly. Our vote clip it's not bad. No one gets hurt, but it's close call stuff.
Close call.
Just call it close call.
Okay.
It's a close call.
If you've been in a car accident, it'll probably make you upset, I guess.
No, not really. It's a close call.
It's a close call.
I'm not upset if no one gets hurt.
That's true.
Yeah.
Neither am I.
Yeah.
We just thought it was too good not to show.
Yeah. So, do you want to see the close call? Yes or no? That's your that's your chance to vote. Remember.
Dragonella says, "I want to live like I'm a crazy prince from the 18th century," and millions of people want that too.
Yes, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
It's nuts how they do that.
Yeah. I just don't like it though. Dude, that's not unique to China. That kind of style I've seen in like rich Afrikaans people's houses too.
Oh, like Dutchmen?
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're
trying to be European.
They kind of they go for that too. But they also have like porcelain dogs. You know those?
Yeah, you showed me.
I can't stand it. It'll be like a porcelain.
Gnomes.
Yeah, gnomes. Yeah, exactly. But like porcelain dogs, and it'll be like a full-sized standing
I've
dog.
actually never seen a porcelain dog until you showed me.
It's got those like long French ear thing. What do they call those? What is that? French Afghan hound or something?
That is, Afghans are not French.
Well, what is the one with like long?
They're from Afghanistan.
Yeah,
believe
I know.
it or not.
Yeah, sure. By way of France, probably.
No.
But like, tell me, what are the ones with the long ear? It looks like hair. Like a
Cocker
hairstyle.
Spaniels,
Yeah, Cocker Spaniel. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
That's got to be somewhere around Europe there.
Yeah, let's see. Cocker Spaniel country. Cocker Spaniels are from the UK.
Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind.
That type of thing. But what's the one that's got a more long nose or whatever?
Like a beagle?
I don't know.
Long-eared dogs. Let's look up long. typing along your dongs.
What?
Like one of these bad boys?
Yeah, what's that one?
That's an Afghan.
That is an Afghan. But wait, there's something else. There's something kind of in between. Something like, what's this one?
Oh, okay. Let's
That's-
see what that is.
yeah.
Like this kind of dog?
Yeah.
I actually don't know.
Okay.
Well, we're about to find out.
Is it going to tell us?
You better frickin' tell us.
We'll get there.
You tell me when you.
Yeah. Not that.
No.
Nope. It's that top one.
This
Yes.
interesting. What is that?
I don't know. Anyway, they like those, and they're made out of porcelain, and it kind of goes, it jives with all this.
It's not one of these bad boys.
Those two, yeah. What are
Oh,
those?
okay, that's a Cocker Spaniel.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not that. It's that other one I showed you. Anyway,
Okay.
it doesn't matter at the end of the day.
Yeah. I was just curious.
It's a porcelain dog, and
A
there's
porcelain dog.
something really bad about
a
porcelain
Borbal.
dogs.
It was not a Borbal, no.
No. Burbul looks like a big stocky, I don't know
Hmm.
what.
Dragonella says it's Afghan hounds that for the porcelain dogs.
Yeah, maybe it is Afghan hounds. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Anyway, there's a lot of
They're
porcelain
trying
dogs.
to be Middle Eastern,
Well,
Central Asian.
I feel like a lot of luxury type hoity-toity people like those dogs.
Oh, because they're expensive.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
They're
I
beautiful
scupped that.
dogs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Not when they're in porcelain though. They kind of
No,
look
I don't
crap.
think anything looks good in porcelain.
Yeah, no, porcelain stuff
Porcelain is
sucks.
for potties.
Yeah.
Right.
And they have those 3 ducks on the wall. Anyway, let's get on with it.
Okay, yeah. What are we even doing?
yeah,
Sorry.
do you
Yes,
guys
so
wanna
the
see?
94%. Sorry.
Okay, let's watch this vote clip, everybody. Let's see what's going on. All right, so just to set it up for everyone, this is a very typical rural sort of scene in China. You've got what's called an X road, which means a country road, and
X
it's
gonna give it to you.
yeah, and it's usually just a concrete road, like a little single. Well, it's actually
Concrete
double lane.
road, take me
Yeah,
home.
exactly. Yeah, it's a concrete road, and well, let's see what happens on this particular concrete road. We're going around a corner, and
Oh no. He's saying, oh no.
he's not saying that.
He's saying,
Gullah, gullah, or something. I don't know.
pineapple. Oh
That was
boy.
close,
Can we
but-
see that again? Because
Yeah, of
that's
course.
interesting.
Look, there's the driver.
Okay.
So the driver of the truck leaps out at the last minute.
He's a driver, but is the other guy a doctor?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not. You don't want to see this coming around the corner. That's why I say gullah, 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 or whatever he says.
He's very unenthused for what's
No.
transpiring. Yeah, watch the driver of the truck. Watch the cab.
He's
He
like,
jumps
I'm out of here.
That's pretty epic, and that's great. Like when you're panicking in that, I don't even think you would think to do that.
I think he had quite a lot of time because it was sliding backwards for a while, and he was probably like, "Whoa, whoa, what am I going to do? What am I? I'm
Right.
out of here," you know.
Right.
But even if he'd stayed in, he would have probably been just mildly injured because it wasn't a huge drop.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, he could have been impaled on his like cooking utensils or something in there. Yeah.
Or a rock that speared
True.
through a spear.
True. Anyway, so that's it for today's vote clip, guys, and it's time for the Q&A. So let's do it.
You are a doctor. I am a driver.
Gullo gullo, you know what I'm saying?
That really goes on, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's done though.
All right, we'll have a quick Q&A for you guys to ask some questions.
Yes,
got a good
please.
turnout today. That's good.
Please hit us with whatever it is you like to ask.
Please ask.
We always
some
look forward
questions.
to Shaban Home Mondays, by the way.
It's true.
Our absolute favorite time of the week.
It is.
Yeah.
It's the best time of the week.
Normally,
And
you
the
know, Garfield's all like Mondays or whatever. No.
Garfing
Yeah,
around.
we're not garfing around. We're just enjoying Shaban Home.
It's true.
Yeah.
Epic A Train says, "Didn't you guys used to have another person working on the China show?" Yes, just
Yes,
in
we
the
did.
beginning.
Yeah, we just tried it out. We thought it'd be fun, add a little bit of a dynamic, but it turned out to be,
It's whatever.
yeah, just it didn't work out. Let's put it that way.
Success says, "Matt, what are you listening to? What are you sorry, Matt? Are you still listening? And then it stops. So I'll wait for you to finish the
Okay.
part. Retired thinker says, "Worst insect you ate? Absolutely, 100% giant centipede. Absolutely disgusting. Garbage juice trash.
Yeah, dude.
Sick.
I don't know why you'd eat that.
So bad.
Oh, centipedes are just not something you should eat.
I don't even want to think about that."
Yeah.
Acronis says on the subject of fender benders, how expensive is auto insurance in China? I swear this is probably the most common question we get, and we always answer it, and it's not that much.
No, it's not that much. I remember paying like 4,000 RMB for a year or something.
No, it was less than that.
No, I did pay that though.
Oh, interesting.
I remember the first time I paid, but maybe because Shenzhen is more expensive.
Yeah, I think it depends on where
Yeah,
you
it
are.
depends on the city. But it was like 4,000 RMB for a year for pretty decent
Yeah,
coverage.
$800. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was for good coverage. So that I remember my friend scared me into getting it because like if you hit someone
Sure.
and they sue you for like medical for forever.
Rob Sanquist says 9 months as a member. Love you guys. No question. Can I get a pig bay?
Oh, absolutely.
Makes me irritate
mean,
at the mere mention of Pig
That's
Bay.
incredible. 9 months is a long time. That's enough time to create a human life.
It is. That's a good litmus.
And thank you for being with us that long.
Tactical Turtwig, my roommate's going to Taiwan this year.
Cool.
She doesn't ride motorcycles nor does she speak Chinese, but she loves to go beyond the beaten path of a typical touristy destinations. What month or activities would you suggest? I would suggest going around November, December, November through April.
It sucks you
because it
can't
won't
ride
be
a
so
bike,
hot.
but it's fairly easy to get around the island if you use kind of public transport stuff, or you could cycle, or
Yeah, cycling
know,
would be really
there's
cool.
a lot of hikes, like a lot of hiking, a
hiking.
lot of really good hiking if she's into that.
Yes, you can reach out on Patreon. We can send you the Taiwan master list.
Yes, we have a Taiwan master list.
King's Rule says, check if it's an Australian Shepherd. Australian Shepherd. We're really trying to figure this out, aren't we?
No.
No. Let me
Hey,
just look up
you know what
Porcelain
movie?
Dog.
You know what the Australian? Yeah, Porcelain Dog. Look it up. Australian Shepherd. There was an Australian Shepherd in Flight of the Navigator.
Oh, okay. Porcelain Dog. Which one?
Not seeing it there.
Like this?
No, it's that long ear one. It probably is a Cocker Spaniel or an Afghan Hound.
Like this?
That's hideous. No, but I've seen those, and it's usually not just one. They'll have like
this?
no. I mean, I've seen those, but it's usually you'll have the porcelain dogs like a whole tribe of them in the corner. If that
Oh,
makes
okay.
sense. You'll have like a
Oh,
couple
like
of big
this?
ones, a little smaller ones. That too, yeah.
That's a
yeah.
collie, yeah.
Yeah, that's a border collie, but that's not the one I'm talking about.
Like this?
No, that's
We're
a
really-
poodle or something, dude.
We're really focusing on this. On
There's like
these bad boys?
there's a long ear one there.
Staffordshires.
Is it
Staffordshire
Staffordshire?
Terrier, yeah.
A little bit of that.
This one too. Staffordshire
Yeah.
Terrier, yeah.
There's like mix. It's a mixed bag.
You
Let's
can get a
put it
bunch of
that way.
different kinds.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
they're
Okay.
gross though. They never look good. I've never seen a good-looking porcelain dog.
I didn't know this is such a genre.
It is, dude. But it's not only porcelain dogs. They got porcelain birds and all sorts of other things.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a horrible thing.
Okay.
I'm serious. Like
You're passionate about this.
I understand that people want to add flair to their life and decorate their houses or have some kind of quirk or have some feature but porcelain dogs suck. And they're on the floor. They're in your way.
Why not just get a regular dog?
Or just not have some random porcelain junk on your floor.
Yeah.
I know that like my grandma used to have one of those cabinets where she'd put little curio things that she'd collect. That's fine, whatever. That's on the wall. It's out of the way.
Oh, okay.
You're walking around, there's a dusty porcelain dog. There's always dust on it.
Dust. They don't dust it?
Well, I mean, yeah, there's so many of them there. How do you get in all the nooks and crannies? I just don't know.
Just like one of the kids' chores is to dust the dog.
Maybe. I just can't stand porcelain dogs, man. There's something really bad about
My
them.
grandma had a dog,
Mm-hmm.
and she made a pillow out of its hair when it died.
What? That is
She
disgusting.
slept with
That's
it.
disgusting. I'm sorry, but that goes beyond the pale.
Rest in peace, Grandma. Rest in peace.
What on earth is going on? That's like weird, dude. Bury the dog in your backyard, yes, but to make a pillow out of its skin? That's horrendous.
No,
What?
no. You
What?
went
It's
0
like
to 60
taxidermy
real
dog
quick.
that you use.
She made a pillow stuffed with its fur.
Oh, stuffed with it. Okay.
Yes. Not out of
Okay.
its skin.
All right. That's
What?
I was,
Do you think she shaved her dead dog down and made a pillow?
No,
out
I
of
was
it?
thinking like she taxidermied the dog because like with its fur. You said made it out of fur. So then it was like you skin the dog, right? And then you like stuff it with cotton or whatever it is that you put in a pillow.
No, she had a
Feathers.
corduroy pillowcase, and
Oh,
she took its fur and stuffed it
That's
in there, which
also,
is also
weird,
very
but
weird.
it's not as bad
not
as
a
like
skin
sleeping
pillow.
on your dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like like a taxidermy dog as a pillow. It's gross, dude. Wow.
Yeah.
That's
I was a little kid, and I thought it was weird.
yeah, that's weird, dude. That's
mad
weird.
weird, dude.
I mean, wow. Yeah. Okay. And corduroy pillows suck, by the way. You must get lines on your face.
Yes, that's true.
Corduroy is a terrible material.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
I once had a car that had corduroy seats that were brown.
Oh my gosh.
Brown corduroy seats.
Oh my goodness
Yeah.
gracious.
Whew.
What is the most expensive thing you've wasted money on? From Jennifer.
Cars for sure for me.
Definitely, yeah.
I bought shit cars that I've thrown so much money into, and then like they never get better.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Qual3 decided to end after party and bring back Yamcha. Winston and Matt be like, I withdraw that.
Yes, that's exactly what we do. Where is it?
I withdraw that.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I withdraw.
Honorable Matisha.
Long, isn't it?
It
I love
is.
that one though.
Yep.
Daisy says, will you include things we love with Beer Lover Week on next week's vote option? We will. We actually just discussed that.
Yep.
Savardius, I would like to see an episode on modern, not ancient, not traditional Chinese superstitions.
Yeah, a good idea.
Yeah. Dr. YouTuber says, Sea Milk, I know you smoked, but did you actually inhale? That would be prepostermonious.
Okay. I'm sure I've got something there for
It's preposterous.
No, I was just a faker. Miss Soy Sauce says the after party show is A+. Yeah, we like it too, but it's not the same. It's not what we thought it was going to be. Like in terms of, we thought more people would come over. It is what it is.
basically what we wanted to do was cut the show shorter
Yeah.
and move basically the Q&A to its own thing.
Because we get a lot of dip at the end, and we
Yeah.
don't want the viewer retention to go down for YouTube. So we thought if we put it in a separate thing, but
Yeah.
it's just not worth it.
Yeah, we also realized that we were potentially cutting down on or diluting the whole Shaban Ho thing
Yeah.
because it's kind of like a separate show, and that's not what we ever wanted
No, that's
to
not
do.
what we want.
This is
This
our
was supposed to be a
priority.
Q&A.
This is our priority, and so we
Yes.
thought the effort and the energy that we put into preparing the clips and stuff for the after party, we'd rather put back into Shaban Ho.
Okay.
So that's really the end.
Do you dream in color or black and white? Color.
I don't remember.
Dragonella says, how frequently do you think of Sarah AI? I think of her at least once a week. No other China
Well-
show character lives rent-free in my brain like that.
Well, the fact that you made us this body pillow, which is actually just sitting on its own chair over
is.
here, every day I see it. Every day I remember.
Every single day.
Every day. Yes.
JMR says, I had a stupid question, but I retracted it.
Oh, okay.
That's okay. Rogue Noir, if war breaks out with China, I'm worried Chinese Americans will suffer similarly to Jewish Americans these days. Does the average person not understand the difference between the CCP and Chinese people? I think the average person does. I think the average person isn't running around like with Russia, for example. The average person's not running around being like, I can't believe you're Russian, get on my face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So hopefully it's fine.
I think, well, I'm just hoping that reason will prevail.
Yeah, and I think America is a beautifully tolerant country.
Yes, to a fault, actually.
The retired thinker says, can I get I'm box?
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm boxed.
There we go.
Doc Slothington, status of your Castlevania series playthrough. Yes, I'll give you an update. I am currently, I'm going to pull it up actually.
He actually has notes about what games he plays and is finishing.
I'm a
He
very
ticks it
organized
off.
person.
It's kind of bizarre to me, but
Hey.
okay. No, I mean, it's fine. Like, you do you. I'm just saying, it's kind of weird. You actually have a notes.
I do, with a checklist.
Yeah.
Let me
It's a
check
good
that
thing
off.
computers came along, because if you had a little, like, book that you'd...
I would.
Yeah, that'd
I
be...
absolutely would
Imagine
do
you're
that.
like, yeah, I'm playing Castlevania, and you pull out your little book, and you're like, yeah, drawing
I
little
wouldn't
doodles.
carry it around with me.
I think you would. What?
Why can't I do this? Why can't I compile?
No, you can. I'm just saying it's a little odd in my mind, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this is the right thing to do.
No, I don't. I think I am weird, but
Yeah.
you know. So this is what I finished: Castlevania, Castlevania 2, Simon's Quest, Castlevania 3, Dracula's Curse, Castlevania 4, Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Castlevania Harmony of Dissonance, Castlevania Aria of Sorrow, Castlevania Dawn of Sorrow. I just beat, and I'm currently playing Jeanne d'Arc, which is not
Cool.
Castlevania. But I'm also currently playing in Castlevania. I'm currently playing Portrait of Ruin,
Nice.
so the second DS one. So I'm halfway through.
Good stuff.
Yeah,
Be nice to complete that.
it will. It's kind of a life goal.
Excellent.
Where are we here? Oh, here. Sorry, it snapped. Where are we here? Status of your Castlevania. Germerican. My husband is sick this week, and his name is Jeff. Can you guess what
Oh.
I say to him every day?
Oh, I can imagine exactly what you say.
Take the pills, Jeff.
Ah, shit. We got to see if there's more stuff like that out there. I love those Lianhua Qingwen nonsense ads.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they're so good. You know?
I just got cold.
Just working out.
Oh, we're done. You're done. Okay, good.
Yes.
Tactical Turtwig says, try looking up a Saluki. It looks like an Afghan.
Yes, Saluki, yeah. It could be those two.
Is it that
Yeah,
one?
that's definitely one of them.
So we've now figured out there's multiple different porcelain dog breeds.
Yes.
Okay. So you pick which one you like.
Yeah, I guess you go to the
kinda like a
porcelain dog
Pokemon.
shop and you're like, I want that. And they're like, okay. Like, you obviously have no taste and want to be parted with your money. Please come in.
Savardius says, have you guys ever had any encounters, interesting stories about organized crime in China? I'd love to hear those stories. Yeah, they're on our channels. Daisy, can I get a Subway Wonder Man?
Oh, yeah, it's been ages, right? It's going to be around here somewhere. There we go.
Hey, do I look like a Subway Wonder
Seen him in months.
Yeah.
We love Subway Wonder Man.
Yep.
Savardius says, you said a lot of Chinese people in China have lost a lot of their traditional culture.
All of them.
Do your wives do anything to reconnect or learn about traditional Chinese culture after leaving the mainland? Maybe a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, just remember, most of the traditions were wiped out. You
Yeah.
could, and even if you try to practice them, you would go to get deported. Well, you'll be put in jail, or you'll be disappeared or something.
Yes.
So people stopped, doing all these traditions, but some have survived, obviously. And lately, you've seen some of them try to come back, but it's kind of hard because it's been lost to the annals of time, really.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, German American. I guess it was. Cedric Hachez, what is the story about Winston unable to finish a countdown? Should Matt do it instead? Well, it's a task. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's just hard.
just like the way the system works, it's always fighting. You fight the system, but you don't win.
Yeah. Success is what is it like to get a haircut in China? We've made many videos about that. Go
Yeah,
check it
yeah,
out.
we have actually.
George Hazard says,
I've got videos on my channel where I went to the hairdresser and filmed myself, and you did
Me
too.
too, yeah.
And on ADV
times.
China,
Many
didn't we?
times.
Yeah.
I honestly thought the end of the show was much cooler, but I understand if it's too much work. The new if you guys like it, I mean that's fine. It's just that I don't know. It's tough. It's just tough because we don't want to make people sign up for something that's not going to go anywhere or be like what we thought it was. Might as well stick to our tradition. We just were testing it out.
Yeah, we tested it out.
It was fun. I did enjoy
Yeah,
it.
me too. We gave it a three strikes you're out type policy.
Yeah, it's just that, and I guess not as many people went. It's probably too cumbersome to go out and I have to click another lane, go open the show or whatever. I don't know.
So we're bringing Yamcha back.
Yeah. The Average Joe, Matt, did you experience a big typhoon while living in Taiwan? Many times. It's very scary. Wow, crazy. But I felt so much safer in Taiwan because the buildings are made well. But even then, it was pretty wild to ride through some just devastated towns.
Yeah.
Especially with earthquakes and stuff. Epic A-Train, I have gone down a rabbit hole with caterpillars because of you guys and your zombie caterpillars. Oh,
Yes.
sorry. Dr. YouTuber, isn't there an expensive cognac called Balzac?
Balzac? I don't think so. Where is Balzac anyway? He's around here.
I love the hip swirl. You know what I mean? It kind of makes so much sense what he's about to say.
Yeah, it does.
You know? It's almost like he knows.
He does.
Success says, Matt, did you finish the Tiger Electronics Castlevania? That is on my list.
It's on the list, yes.
I will beat it. I beat the first level.
He did.
I believe there's 3 levels.
He's going to do it. I'll make sure. Don't worry. I'm always reminding him.
Tactical Turtwig says, I somehow missed the Sarah AI body pillow. May I see it?
Sure. Let me go grab it.
There's a bunch of crap on it, though. You got to take it off.
Yeah, I'll make sure it's all...
Here she is. There's actually 2 sides to her, front and back. I guess that's how body pillows work.
Yeah.
It is so unappealing.
I don't know. I kind of
No, I love it. I'm saying it's so like unappealing as a body pillow because it's
do you find body pillows appealing?
No. But Sarai AI is such a cluster F of a situation.
It's really
and
funny.
it's so weird to have it on a body pillow.
It is, but I love it.
No,
I love
it's
it,
like my
yeah.
favorite thing in the office.
Yep.
It's very funny.
It's a conversation starter, that's for
It
sure.
sure is.
Thanks for making that, by the way. It's one of the
Yes.
most awesome things we have in our office.
It's incredible. World Eater 359. Do you guys like the Dynasty Warriors game? I would say it's probably my least favorite series of all time.
That's the one where you run around. There's like hordes
of guys.
and you're just like slashing.
Anything where there's hordes of enemies and it feels very unsatisfying because it's like you're just beating the same person over and over again, like a million times over. I don't like that kind of game. I don't like hack and slash games. I hate Devil May Cry.
Oh,
I
Devil
hate all
May Cry is
those.
the worst.
You're shooting like paper clips at
I'm so
people.
tired of it. Like,
No
if you shoot
damage.
someone like 100 times with a gun and they're still not dead, then there's
Yes.
something wrong with your gun.
Yes.
You know?
That's why I like Castlevania. Is you whip something like once or twice and it's dead.
It's like, there's obviously a Nerf gun or something he's got.
It is. I think it's like a pea shooter.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
the people are like, I'm mildly uncomfortable.
Yeah, I know, and it's like this
Oh.
huge, massive, very powerful looking gun, and it makes
Yes.
noise and everything, but it doesn't do anything.
When you hit them, they're like, they just get frustrated and
Yeah.
die.
Yeah, that's
eventually.
right. Yeah.
They're like, I'm stressed
they
out.
just get bored. They
Yeah.
die of boredom, really. Yeah.
Yeah, so unfortunately, I don't really
Yeah,
like it.
Dynasty Warriors is not my thing, but I can get it. One thing I think that's good about it is it's historically accurate in some ways. Like the heroes you play are like
Yeah.
Cao Cao and
No,
all
I
those
like that element
like
of
that
it.
part of it. Yeah,
I wish it could be a more thoughtful game. Not like an arcade slasher, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Hack and slash.
I think there is a lot of strategy to it in the menus and things, but yeah, I never get that far.
Yeah, Tactical
Mm.
Turtwig. I already read that. What do you think of the 3DS from the You're Bigger guy? I think it's terrible. I don't like the 3D.
I love it.
element.
I think
like
it's
the DS,
awesome. Yeah,
though.
I
You
think
like the
that-
3D element?
Yeah, dude.
It's so
I think
stupid.
it's-
Everyone hated that.
No, I think it's excellent.
Gives you a headache.
Yeah, I mean, I admit, like, I don't have problem with like 3D things and motion sickness like you do, but the 3D thing, I could tolerate it for a long time. But I do feel like I'm doing damage to my vision or something. You know, I do
Yeah.
feel like it's not healthy for you. So, like,
Yeah.
even though I'm enjoying it, I'll turn it off.
Oh, okay.
When I was in Japan, I bought the Japanese new 3DS, the small one, and there are only a handful of games that have English in them. But I played like Resident Evil, Revelations 1, and the 3D effect was awesome on that. Like you're walking around and shooting zombies and stuff in 3D is actually really good. And then I bought the Professor Layton and the Azran Legacy for my wife because she likes the Professor Layton stuff. And that is really cool in 3D as well.
Is that a chick game?
Layton? No, that's cool. You should try it.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
It's like a puzzle game thing.
there's a really good video game podcast called New Game Plus that I listen to.
Yeah.
And they always go on about those.
It's like one of those things I thought I would hate because, like I don't like puzzles, and especially I hate math. But for some reason,
Both of those?
well, I mean, a lot of puzzles involve math.
That's true. That's true.
But I guess,
I like simple math.
somehow I can overcome my hate for math in these puzzles.
You know what I hate is Sudoku.
Oh yeah, that can go F off.
I don't want that. in
No,
my life.
but seriously, like the puzzles in the Professor Layton series, they're very cool, and it's got a very cozy feel to it.
That's cool.
The artwork's a bit sucky though. I'll
Yeah,
warn
it
you.
looks like a potato.
It's
people.
pretty sucky. Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, but in general, though, it's kind of an interesting concept.
Right.
And it's great on the DS, but I like the 3DS, yeah.
For sure. Koala 1203. Can I get a drop bear soundbite?
What's a drop bear? Oh, of course. What am I saying? What's a drop bear? Here it is, dump bear. Just because I called it a dump bear. Oh, sorry.
We didn't do that. Dante.
Wait.
Oh, there's
Okay.
two of them?
Yeah.
Can I get a puke protest, man?
Oh, you just got one. I just put it there, so they got it. Yeah.
Dante says, have you been practicing your skills on guitar?
Oh, me? Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But you know one thing though, I'm waiting until I come into a little bit of money here, but I'm planning on buying a keytar.
Oh, yes. And will you play it for us on stream?
I will.
On Xiaobanho.
Yes.
So don't get rid of your subscription just yet, guys.
I'm planning
Save
on
your pennies to wait for the keytar unveil.
Yeah, I'm going to buy a specific keytar from Japan. It's not horrendously expensive, but I just don't have any disposable income right now. But in a month or two, hopefully I'll be in a position where I can get it because I'm planning, a keytar, it's like a keyboard guitar.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you'll see.
I know everyone knows what a keytar is.
Okay. You
It's
sure?
not a rare item.
Okay.
It's an interesting item.
I think it's kind of rare.
Well, I mean, it's like people know it.
But this is not the one you're thinking of. Like I told you, I really like the Yamaha KX5, which is that silver.
I thought it was a DX5.
No, the
okay.
DX7 is the
DX7,
keyboard I like. The KX5
That's
is
right.
So the Yamaha KX5, it's cool. It's basically just a MIDI controller though. But there's something else that you don't know about yet, and it's not a keytar you would have ever heard of.
Oh, interesting.
And it's really sus.
I am no keytar expert.
But this one is like really weird.
Is it?
Yes.
What is it? Sarai AI shaped?
No, but it may. You'll see.
Oh yeah, just don't give it away.
Yeah,
obviously.
it's really sus.
And keep it away from me too.
I will
I want
because
to be surprised
you
on
will,
stream.
You will be surprised.
I want you to keep it in the case and unveil it on the stream.
Yes,
live.
because you'll be mad surprised.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Can we get a Chinese karaoke segment?
Well, yeah. For what?
We're not singing.
We're not going to sing karaoke.
We'll play guitar.
Yeah. We're going to play this really interesting guitar.
Yes.
You'll see. I'll have to keep it a secret. It's hard.
Dr. YouTuber, I haven't read about that yet. We'll look into it. World Eater. Yes, unfortunately. Some Josh saying, can I get a Haze Runner?
Oh, you certainly can.
You'll follow me, okay?
Tactical Turtwig. There is a series of game based on Dynasty Warriors, but plays like Civilization called Dynasty Warriors Empire has no hack and slashing. Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, you should try play that one. You'll love it.
Doc Southington says, Winston, what are your thoughts on Otamatone? And will you do a concert with it?
Oh, what? Let me see.
It is a...
Oh, that stupid, like, note thing.
Oh,
you know that thing? No.
Oh, no.
No, but don't worry. The thing I've got lined up is pretty unique.
Okay. Is it a Flying V guitar from Success? Don't give it away. Don't give it away. All right. Thank you guys for your questions. Sorry we had to rip through there. Going way long boy. Thank you very much, guys. We love having you here. And again, this is our favorite part of the week. We prioritize you guys. That's another reason that we want to bring back Yum Cha and bring it back to the old cozy feeling of of Xiaoban Ho. So we're going to be voting on our next topic.
Yeah, now we got a couple of new ones for you.
For sure.
So first, let's put the top one to be the beer lover hour or whatever.
Yeah, so beer lover hour.
Yeah. Isn't for people that love beers. It's just like we had beer hater hour, where we're going to discuss things that we actually love.
Yes, but it's not
things
stuff
that we
you.
hate.
It's like weird. It's like not weird. It's like stuff you might not think that we like.
Yeah, but is this related
Unknown
to China?
stuff. No.
Not related to. Isn't the beer hater hour was about China though?
No, it wasn't at all.
Yeah, it was.
Well, how?
What? It was, because we were talking about. Like movies and music and stuff in China, and we're going on about everything.
No, that's how it started. It was stuff that Chinese people like, and we started hating on everything.
Yes.
So then we had beer hater hour.
No, that was beer.
Oh, that was?
That was beer hater hour.
Was it?
Yeah. Pretty sure.
I don't think so.
No, that was beer hater hour.
I think it was a follow up.
Really?
Yeah, it was weird stuff that's popular in China. It had the bear on it, and then we had beer hater hour.
That was beer hater hour.
No. I can prove this.
Okay.
Sorry, we're not. Let me get the poll up first.
Yeah. Okay.
Then we'll look at it.
But the thing is, we need to know what we're defining this as. Is this just stuff that we love in general? Because then it may as well be a wild card 3 or something.
No, I think it's stuff that we love. It's stuff that we actually love, and it will be China focused for sure. But we're gonna drink
China
beer,
focused, yeah,
and then tell you about stuff we love.
Yes,
and
stuff we love about China.
There will be stuff that's not about China in there.
Yeah,
too.
true.
You know, it's because that's where the beer comes in.
Okay.
Terrible zoos. Mm-hmm. So stupid inventions that actually rule. Terrible zoos in China. Mm-hmm. And then
that's right. Beer hater hour was when we talked about like Titanic and stuff.
See,
you're right. You're right.
Beer lover hour is not China related.
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
It's stuff that we love that you might not know.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just having a slow day.
Stuff done differently. This is interesting.
Yeah.
You can explain it.
So I'm just going to give one example. You know, when I was in China and I was sitting in the office, and one of my colleagues, a girl that worked there was like a piece of string, and she just picked it up and she made this really awesome Chinese knot out of it. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're right. It was. So she made this like knot out of it, a Chinese knot, which looked really cool and intricate. And I was like, wow, that's amazing. But she didn't think anything of it because that's just stuff that she learned to do, like doodling in school and things.
Yeah.
So I was thinking there's so many things that in China people just learn to do differently, like this whole cool thing they do with pens.
Everyone can do it.
Yeah, this like spinning thing they do with pens. So it's kind of like things that we take for granted that we grew up with learning how to do, like
counting.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm not talking about on the hands because that's different too.
Yeah.
But counting, like
There's
the
a
way
special way of writing it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like there's so many commonplace things that we do differently.
Yes.
That they do in China. We thought that'd be kind of interesting.
Yeah, just like these weird things.
Mundane things, but it's
Mundane but
interesting.
cool things, yeah.
Yeah.
That people do differently, yeah.
So we have beer lover hour. So it's a counter to beer hater hour.
Yes.
Which is where we just hated everything.
Everything we hate.
Everything we hated.
Like how I hate traditional culture.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else I really hate is like traditional furniture. Like when you look at that crap that we saw earlier.
That French crap.
Just
French
come on. Like,
furniture.
yeah, can you just go to IKEA or buy something modern or contemporary?
Corp over here.
Make something nice and clean, you know? Make your
You like
place
simple
look good.
minimalist
Yeah,
design. I like
exactly.
Scandinavian design.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Stupid Inventions That Actually Rule is a follow-up / new version of all those insane inventions that people in the countryside come up with in China that are actually awesome.
Yes.
They're quite useless, but they're stuff I could never even consider making. They're amazing.
Yeah.
Terrible Zoos in China is a look into how bad some of these rural zoos can get.
And how stupid
even
they are.
city zoos.
Yeah.
And then Stuff Done Differently in China is the normal daily tasks that everyone does, but people do completely differently in China because it is a wildly different country. It's not stuff that you normally think about.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and vote, and we will do it. Yeah. I'll wait for a couple more votes because we have a couple more people. Let's do 55 today as the threshold.
Okay.
So go ahead and vote. Don't forget to vote. Make sure that you vote.
Please do.
It is voting season.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there a season for voting?
Yeah, I suppose.
And I'm going to pull the poll in 3, 2, 1. And
what do we got?
We have, it was a pretty close call.
Okay, so which one?
I would let you know. Okay. Stuff Done Differently in China.
Oh,
won by
sweet.
1%. Beer Lover Hour came in second place. With
Oh, well,
31%.
that's good. So hopefully we can have that the following time. But that's great. I'm actually kind of looking forward to this because there were so many things that just caught me off guard.
For sure.
You know,
it's definitely an interesting one. It'll take some effort to put together, but this will be one that you could. I think this will be one that you'll be able to go around when you have a conversation about China with anyone and be like, "Did you know they do this over there?" And it's something you could physically show.
And it is something fresh that we haven't talked about.
It is.
So, and something you probably don't know about most of these.
Yes, I would assume so.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks guys so much for being here. We love y'all.
You are our most important audience. You're always our number one priority. You guys have seen us through the roughest of times, and we understand what you do here is incredibly generous, and we just want to always thank you for that.
For sure.
So I hope you guys have a fantastic week. You'll see videos from the both of us, and also we'll see you on Friday for the show.
That's true.
So stay awesome, and I'm going to cut myself off. Let's do it.